Hi you guys, welcome back to Nail and Tell, where I spill the tea and then I seal it with gel. Today I'm going to recreate this set while I answer one of y'all's questions.
Okay, super quick disclaimer for you guys. Whenever I am answering y'all's questions / dilemmas, this is my first time reading it, okay? So y'all are getting my raw reaction and my raw advice. But anyways, let's get into it. I also just realized that this person included the name of her friends that she ends up talking about, so I'm gonna change them. Okay, but anyways, she says, I'm in a sort of trio with these two girls, and basically one of them I've been friends with all of high school. She's a junior, and the other one I met last year, and we got really close over the summer. I introduced them to each other, and then we all started hanging out. The girl who I've known longer is very possessive over me, but I still love her, and the newer friend I feel super close with, and we match really well, and I'm really enjoying the new friendship. Anyways, I need your advice because my older friend Sarah gets super upset and mad at me whenever I hang out with my new friend Joaquin. The girl's name starts with a W, and I don't know any other W names. I just feel like Joaquin has kind of changed as a person. Wait, I'm now realizing that Joaquin doesn't even start with a W. Oops. Anyways, she's just kind of changed as a person in general, and I feel bad to say this, but I don't feel as close to her anymore as I used to. And she doesn't really like that I'm friends with Joaquin now as well. Sarah is also kind of rude to Joaquin, just for reference. Anyways, obviously that's not the entire situation, but I just wanted to know what you would do if you felt like you were in a position where you were stuck in between two people, and one of those people, Sarah, is kind of a big stressor in my life. I'm also a really big people pleaser, which can backfire a lot of the time, but it's just really hard to tell both of them how I feel. Okay, girl, I feel you all too well on the people pleaser part. And the first thing that I would say is that I know it can feel like you're a bad person whenever you kind of outgrow people and outgrow friendship, but that's completely normal because everyone changes. No one is ever at a constant stage in their life where they're always going to be the same person, if that makes sense. And sometimes people grow with you and sometimes people stay the same. But I also think it's important to try and understand where Sarah's coming from. I feel like she probably feels as though you are her closest friend, and she almost feels as if though you're abandoning her, and so she almost kind of feels threatened by Joaquin, which then she's obviously taking it out on Joaquin instead of talking to you and being like, hey, I kind of feel as though we're drifting apart and I really like you, what's going on? You know what I mean? So first I would talk to Sarah. I would be like, hey, here's what's going on. I feel as though we aren't as close anymore. I feel like I'm a different person and I have different priorities and things that I want to do with my life. Actually, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. But you kind of want to treat it like a breakup. It's not you, it's me. But also you want to be honest with her. Be like, hey, I kind of feel like you've changed a little bit. And I feel as though you're not the same person who I used to be friends with, but obviously don't say it in a mean way because you don't want her to feel like you're attacking her, because then she's going to get super duper defensive. So you just want to be honest, but also say it in a really, really kind way, because everyone changes, including her. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing that she's changed, you know what I mean? But if you're listen, you've changed, that's why we're not going to be friends anymore, then she's going to feel I need to then she's just gonna feel attacked. Does that make sense? So yeah, just be honest with her. Just be like, hey, I feel like we're not really that close anymore, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. But I feel closer with Joaquin. But I'm starting to get closer with Joaquin, and I don't want you to take that personally, because it's not. I just feel like I really like her friendship, and I really enjoy hanging out with her. And then maybe I would have a conversation with the both of them, at the same time. Be like, hey guys, I don't really know, why there's some beef. I just kind of want us all to be friends. I enjoy all of y'all's friendship. We don't need to, pick sides or, whatever. I don't like one of y'all more than the other. Does that make sense? So I feel like the best way to solve this is to really just provide a lot of clarity to both of them, but I feel mainly Sarah, because I bet it isn't anything to do with Joaquin. It isn't even anything to do with you. It's mainly just to do with her. I feel like she just feels abandoned and she feels like there's something wrong with her, so she just kind of takes it out on Joaquin. But that's also not your responsibility to deal with. And you shouldn't feel bad just because you've outgrown the friendship, you know what I mean? But I would really just try and provide clarity to all of them. But again, mainly Sarah, because she's really the one who is kind of having some issues. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. I feel like the situation is really hard, especially since you're a people pleaser, because I get that totally, because I am also a people pleaser. But I also feel like it's really important to remember that if you're starting to sacrifice your own happiness for other people, then maybe you should reevaluate some of the things that you're doing, you know what I mean? Because once being a people pleaser starts being a pushover, then it starts to become unhealthy. And if you're just trying to please both of them and do all of these things that doesn't make your own heart happy, then you're going to start building resentment for them over time, and then it's just going to kind of lead to toxic friendships with the both of them. So yeah, I just feel like having a talk with both of them, but mainly Sarah, would be the best, and just really give clarity over the entire situation. And again, just kind of deliver it in a nicer way. Is that it? I think so. Wait, let me make sure that I read it all. Wait, I didn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Well, it's because the end of it isn't really part of the dilemma, I guess. Sorry, this is so long and personal, lol. You don't have to answer it. Girl, that's why I made this series. So that way I could answer y'all's personal questions. Because, like, I've been there, you know what I mean? And, like, I want to, like, help y'all through it and whatever. Because I'm an influencer. So I want to influence y'all in these situations and try and help you guys out. But again, also, like, don't, like, take my advice, like, to a T. Just, like, do what you feel is right. But this is just what I would personally do in this situation. Then she says, by the way, I love your TikToks and your bob is so cute. Also, please keep my name private. Of course, you guys, like, I'm not going to expose y'all. I would not do that. Don't even worry. But thank you. I love my bob too. Okay, but I think that's it. Also, this set that I'm doing in the background is the one that she included in it, cause if you guys look at my bio, then you can, it's called Nail and Tell. Sorry, I don't know why I glitched out. And then you can put your question / dilemma or literally anything, and then I'll answer it. And then you can even include a picture of a set that you would like for me to recreate. So that's what I'm doing now. But I hope that this answered your question. I hope that it was helpful. Again, really just do what you feel is right in your heart. But this is just what I would do if I was in that situation. But yeah, this set was super cute. Also, I used to not be a big fan of polka dots, but I actually think it's really cute, and I love all the little ladybugs, very lucky, so maybe it'll put lucky vibes onto your little situation that you're having and help you figure it out. But anyways, I hope that this was so helpful, and if you guys want any advice, then check out my bio. Bye, guys!